Okay, friends, here's a circuit that takes as input some kind of audio signal, and it makes LEDs here, like a bank of LEDs, react to the music. So the basic idea is to use this transistor, NPN transistor, as a switch. So if the voltage at the base is less than 0.6 volt, the switch is off, so the LEDs don't light up. But if the voltage at the base is more than 0.6, then the LEDs light up. And this is the circuit that is being switched off or on. This is where the LEDs live. So you have the 5 volt LED, current limiter resistor, goes through the collector, comes out at the emitter and ground. The input. Okay, so the input, I'm taking the input at the speaker because it's a more consequent, a more potent voltage rather than the line out. Goes through a 10K to protect the op-amp a little bit, and it goes through a pot so that I can adjust the signal. So here the LM358, this is a dual op-amp. We only use one. It's used as a buffer. It doesn't amplify anything, it's just used as a buffer. And another important bit is that it gets rid of the negative signal coming from the audio input. And the reason why is because the power comes from this 5 volt. There's no minus 5 volt, plus 5 volt. So if you have only 5 volt, you can only output positive voltages. So at the output, which is 1, you're only going to see the positive swings of your signal. And one thing to notice is that, okay, so my input signal comes to pin 3, which is the non-inverting input, and the inverting input is connected directly to the output, which means that it's used as a buffer. Okay, so now the output. So one thing to understand with such an op-amp that has only a plus 5 volt voltage to work with is that the output is going to be the positive signal, the positive swing, but also it's not going to be going down all the way to 0. It's going to probably navigate around 0.6 volt. So it's going to be around between 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 maybe. So it's not going to go all the way to 0. It's going to be, if there's no music, you're still going to potentially see an output voltage at around 0.6. So here I have a diode, and you know that when you just look at the diode, if the differential voltage between the two ends, the anode and the cathode, is less than 0.6 volts, nothing passes, and if it's greater, the current goes through. So here at pin 1, what can happen is that you have a signal at, let's say, 1 volt. So because of the diode, you know that 0.6 volt is going to be eaten by the diode. So here you're going to end up with 0.4 volt, okay? And here at this point you have a 1K on this branch resistor, and you have a 10K on that branch to ground. So what's going to happen is that the base of the transistor is going to see this 0.4 volt, and it's going to stay switched off. So when you look at here and you look at this branch, it's like infinite impedance. So what's going to happen is that the current is just going to go it's gonna go to ground. Okay, now, so, and of course the LEDs won't light up. So it means basically that whenever you have no music playing, or if the music is very low, the LEDs are not gonna light up at all. Now, if the output voltage here is, let's say, 2 volts, 0.6 volts is going to be eaten by the diode, so you're going to end up with 1.4 volts here at this node. So what's going to happen is that the base of the transistor is basically going to see this 1.4 volt, and that's greater than 0.6 volt, meaning that it's going to turn on the transistor, and the LEDs are going to light up. So that's basically it. That's how it works. So here I'm showing the input audio signal at the non-inverting input of the op-amp. It looks, I mean, yeah, it's just one sine wave, but it shows the positive and negative swings centered at 0 volt. But the audio signal at 1 looks like this. It only has the positive swing, and it's also there's no signal below 0.6 volt approximately. I mean, it's not a stable 0.6 volt. It's not 0.6 volt exactly. It could be 0.7, 0.5. Okay, so it's not a hard line here. So it means that even if there's no music playing, you could end up with a signal that's pretty consequent. You could end up with a signal at more than 0.6 volt at the output, which is why I have a diode. There's no smoothing capacitor here to smooth the signal, because the audio signal, as you know, when you play music, it's very chaotic. So you don't use a smoothing capacitor because you want the LEDs to react instantly. So when there is the bass is pumping, you want the LED to react instantly. Okay, so here I'm going to show it in action, and I'm going to talk over the music, otherwise I might get a strike. But basically here, this is my amplifier that I showed in a previous video. Okay, so here you have the Bluetooth stuff, the 5 volt supply, USB, and this is my board with the LED stuff. Okay, so this is the when I turn off the lights, and the blue thing is basically the Bluetooth receiver flashing because it's getting a signal from my phone, and the red stuff is of course the LEDs. I think it looks pretty cool, right? In the dark, nice, huh? So I kind of like it, but I think it would benefit from being arranged in like a grid. Like a 4x4 would be really nice, and maybe with like a diffuser, that would be cool, right? Anyway, I might work on this one and put more LEDs, and maybe I'll do another video. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna see you around. Bye.